Meditations for every day in the year by Bishop Richard Challoner. October 12th, on Vainglory. Consider first that the vice of vainglory is nearly allied to that of pride, and has for its object an imaginary excellence in the way of glory that is in the way of being known and talked of, praised and esteemed by others. See here, my soul, a dangerous vice, not only with regard to the children of the world, whose thoughts, words, and actions are generally influenced by the love of praise, honor, and esteem, or by the fear of what the world will say or think of them, but even with regard to the children of God, who are daily and hourly exposed to its temptations in the very best of their actions, and of their being quite vitiated and corrupted by this plague. This was the vice of the scribes and Pharisees, who did all their works that they might be honored and esteemed by men, and therefore their alms, their fasting, their prayers, and other good works availed them nothing in the sight of God, because vainglory corrupted them all, and at the very time that they were esteemed as saints by the world, made them like devils in the eyes of God. Christians, beware of this pernicious evil. Watch and pray continually against it. Consider, secondly, that vainglory, which is always dangerous, amounts to the guilt of a mortal sin whenever the affection of the heart is so far set upon human applause, praise, or esteem as to love it as much or more than God. Or, as St. Thomas of Aquinas expresses it, when a person directs his attention in such manner to the glory of man as to make it his last end, to which he refers even the works of virtue, and for the sake of which he does not hesitate to offend his God. In like manner, it is a mortal sin when a person seeks vainglory by committing mortal sin, for example, by swearing, quarrelling, taking revenge, etc., to show his courage or to gain the esteem of being a man of honor, or for fear of being blamed or despised by the world. As also when any person, for the sake of maintaining his esteem, or for fear of being thought less skillful or less knowing, refuses to seek or admit of the assistance or counsel of others, and thus exposes himself to the danger of occasioning some considerable detriment, corporal or spiritual, to himself or to others. Vainglory is a mortal sin whenever a man glories in the gifts and graces of God as if they were his own, and as if he had not received them from God. See, my soul, how many ways this love of worldly honor, glory, and praise, which modern worldlings, like the ancient pagans, take for a virtue, is condemned by sound Christian morality as a capital vice, which sends innumerable souls to hell. Consider, thirdly, the malignity of this vice of vainglory from its being the fruitful parent of a numerous offspring of other pernicious evils, sometimes worse than itself. St. Gregory reckons up 7 daughters of this unhappy mother. 1. Disobedience, which despises the ordinances of lawful superiors for the love of one's own worldly honor and esteem. 2. Boasting, that is, vaunting or glorifying of oneself, of one's own talent or performances, and ever loving to be talking of oneself, a vice as odious and ridiculous as it is common in the conversation of the proud and vainglorious. 3. Hypocrisy, or making a show of godliness or sanctity to gain the esteem of men. 4. Contention or strife, that is, wrangling, brawling, and quarrelling in words, to maintain one's own opinion, right or wrong, or to defend what one has said or done. 5. Obstinacy, in adhering to error rather than to acknowledge oneself to have been deceived, or to seem to yield or to be overcome. 6. Discord or disagreement of wills and hearts, by occasion of different pretensions and contest for honor and esteem. 7. Invention of novelties in the way of new opinions, new fashions, or rather innovations, brought in to make oneself a name or to procure esteem or applause. See, Christians, what a train of evils are daily produced by vainglory, and what are all heresies and schisms but a compound of these same evils, and consequently the productions also of vainglory. Conclude to keep a strict guard against this dangerous enemy of the soul, as it will rob thee of all good and fill thee with all evil. Daily pray with the royal prophet, turn away my eyes, O Lord, that they look not upon my vanity. And as often as in thy words or actions thou findest thyself attacked with the suggestions of this vice, say with the same prophet, not to us, O Lord, not to us, but to thy name give glory.